AMD stock has been on fire and not the good kind, with the stock being down by 22% in the last 6 months. But in the last quarter, the company actually beat revenue expectations and raised its guidance for the revenue of its new AI chips. So what in the world is going on with AMD stock and what is the reasonable price prediction? In this video, you will find out. So the first thing that I decided to look at to be able to get the answer is to look at the breakdown of the company's revenues. First, I made this function call with Y-Sheets, which is an add-on that works on Excel and Google Sheets to be able to retrieve this data. And what this does is it retrieves the different segments of the company and how much revenue each segment is generating. So as we can see here, we have the total of around $22 billion, and this was for 2023. And what I did is I looked at how much each of these segments represents of the company's total revenue. And as you can see very clearly, the largest segments that we need to pay a lot of attention when it comes to this analysis is the data center and the gaming sector right now. But there's something that's really interesting about the gaming sector. I'm gonna explain that in a second. But what I did after that is I looked at the different market research reports to see the expected growth of each of these different segments. So as you can see, we have the answer right here. And not surprisingly, data center is one of the largest, which is a fantastic opportunity for the company. And the other one is gaming. But gaming, there's a little caveat that we're going to talk about as well that relates to possibly why the stock price has declined. Along with the market, another thing to consider is if there's any major changes that are happening with the major players in the space. And what we can see in terms of AMD, the company is in a really good position right now. In fact, they had one of their biggest accomplishments recently where AMD actually surpassed Intel on data center sales, which is huge for the company and is something very difficult to achieve given that Intel had all this like competitive lead for the longest time. So that is really good. And then as you can see, one of the main reasons why this is happening is that these new processors actually have some advantages over the new Intel products. Some of them, they say that they're faster, offer better performance and lower power consumption, amongst other different factors. So if this is not the problem, what is the problem? So this led me to do deeper research to figure out what's going on. And what I decided to do is first, I decided to not only get the segment revenues for the last year, but also to get it from the previous year. So using the Y-Sheets formula, as you can see right now, I can get both years, click enter. And what becomes very apparent very fast is the fact that the gaming revenues are decreasing quite a bit. So this is very concerning. And what I found during my research that's even more concerning is because the company is focused so much on the data center because it has the highest expected growth rate in the future, a lot of the R&D is going into those products, and then the research and development for the gaming sector is kind of neglected. So this is something that could hurt the company, but hopefully the data center is as good as they expect. So that way they don't have those kinds of problems, but it is something to keep in mind with this particular stock. Now, after doing this deeper research, the question that comes up is there anything else that's hitting in the financials that could be hampering the performance of the stock? And as you can imagine, there is. Let me show you. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to pull up the financials for AMD, and I'm going to do this on an annual basis. I'm doing this automatically with the Y-Sheets add-on that works on Excel and Google Sheets. And right away, what you will see right here in the income statement is that the revenue growth, it's kind of all over the place. So as you can see, in the last year, it was close to 4%. And then if you look at other years, it's kind of jumping up and down all over the place, which is not a sign of stability. But even worse is the profit. So as you can see right now, this has a massive decrease in 2023. And then the same thing happened in 2022. So this is something to keep in mind, along with some other red flags as well. So for example, in this case, the company has been issuing more more shares. So something to keep in mind because it dilutes your ownership. Now, in terms of the balance sheet, the good thing is that the company does not have too much debt and it has quite a bit of current assets to cover the existing current liabilities. And it has a good amount of long-term assets to cover the long-term liabilities. But one more thing to keep in mind when it comes to the balance sheet is the fact that the total stockholders' equity is not as steady as we would want. It's fairly steady, but it's not consistently growing as we would want for a company that is of this size and at this particular stage. Now, when it comes to the cash flow statement, we can see that it's not bad. Things are not bad. It's just a reflection of some of the things that we talked about from the previous statements, but it does have fairly good cash flow patterns when it comes to the investing activities, where it's investing quite a bit, and the financing activities as well. But the one thing to flag again, and this is a result of the operations and what we already looked at, is that the free cash flow is not what we would want. Ideally, what you want is just to see a consistently growing free cash flow. In this case, it seemed like the company was doing this until the last year, something to keep in mind. However, there's one more thing that actually does give a good amount of hope for AMD investors, and this is the fact that if we look at the income statement, and I'm just going to add a row right here, and we compare the last year with the last 12 months of financial performance for the company, we can see that there's been a lot of progress made. So I'm going to just get all this different data right here, get it on a TTM basis, and as you can see, here is where we start to see some good things. So for example, the growth is actually significant. So if we compare these two right here, we can see that now we see a positive growth of about 7%, which is great. Margins have also improved on a TTM basis, operating income ratio as well. And then the biggest thing that has improved is the net income. So just something that looks very positive for the company. But this is all information that we need to keep in mind as we proceed to the price prediction. For AMD, I analyzed a whole bunch of factors that I'm not going to mention in this analysis, but I looked at the market, the management team, valuation, company health, product, etc. The company did really well in most of these areas. The last one that we need to talk about is the valuation, which becomes extremely important for the price prediction. Okay, so as you can see, this is the price prediction. And by the way, if you want to download the spreadsheet, it's going to be available via a link in the description of the video. But let's get to it. So the first thing is the revenue growth. In this case, we have 10%, which is based on a blended average of the analysis that I showed you right here. Now, is it possible that the company can achieve higher growth? Yes, it's definitely possible. But in my opinion, this is a conservative estimate. And this is also what other analysts are saying about the growth prospects for the company. And then we have a terminal price to sales ratio of 8. So 8 is definitely a conservative number, and I'm going to show you why. So if we look at some of the other competitors, we can get their PE ratio and the price to sales ratio on a real-time basis based on the current price of the stock, just using Y sheets. And as you can see, there's all kinds of variation for the competition. AMD has an extremely high PE ratio. That's why I did not decide to use this metric for the valuation and instead go for a more stable number like the price to sales ratio, where the number actually looks reasonable right now. Nvidia has a very high number, and then some companies like Intel, they just have like really terrible numbers. Even Qualcomm has a low number itself. So what I think is that 8 is pretty reasonable for the company. Maybe you could boost it up to like 9, maximum probably 10. And if you look at the historical numbers of the company on a quarterly basis, what you will see is that it's gone all over the place. It's gone extremely high, but 9, 11, 14, 8, 7, 4, 5. So kind of like bounces up and down. That's why I think 8 is a reasonable number. So in case something happens, you still are ahead in this particular company. And then when it comes to some of the other metrics, on a yearly basis, we can see that the same pattern emerges. So in this case, we have 9, 10, 4, 10, 11, 7. So I think 8 is pretty reasonable given the growth that the company is expected to have. However, you could also raise it up a little bit. So if we look at the current revenue, apply these different growth rates, what we get is on our price prediction with a 15% discount rate, which I think is very reasonable in today's environment. Maybe you could even lower it to like a 13 if you really want it. The price prediction for this stock at this moment is $104.69 per share. I would keep this at 15, so maybe a little bit lower, but you can see this is my price prediction. In this case, we have a whole bunch of different scenarios where you have different price to sales ratio and different revenue growth, and you can see that there's very few scenarios in which we can actually achieve this return. So just something to keep in mind, and therefore at this particular moment I would not invest in AMD stock, but I would add it to your watch list, so that way if the price dips below this particular number, then you can start to build a position in this company. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.